Brand new at 6 now. For almost a year now, Portlanders have been cooped up in quarantine. No art shows, no live concerts. Might feel like Portland is in a creative rut, but not so, as evidenced in Willamette Week's Spring Arts Guide. Here to talk about it, music and visual arts editor Shannon Gormley. Shannon, thank you for being on the program.
Thanks for having me. For
this issue, you and your co-workers took a glimpse inside the creative spaces of Portland artists, including one who's turning what he sees on the changing streets of Portland into art. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so the way we formatted this guide is kind of like annotated tours of the private workspaces of Portland artists. And that includes the author Willie Vlotton of Lean On Pete fame. And we took a tour of a virtual tour of his office in St. John's that he's had for, I think, like 11 years. And he's obviously watched the neighborhood outside his window change a lot in the past decade. And that rapid change and gentrification that he's seen in his neighborhood has inspired, really informed his new book, The Night Always Comes, that's coming out in the next few months.
You also have Katie Strutz, an animator and puppet maker. Her work has continued through the pandemic in the basement of her Portland home. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, she's working on Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio right now, as well as a short film of her own. And as you can see from these pictures, she's got a really cool workspace with like bins of hair for her puppets, recycled materials. She has a whole corner dedicated to monsters that she's making for a stop motion film of her own. Yeah, it's a pretty cool space down there.
A lot of events coming up this spring, many of them quarantine friendly. I'm sure a lot of people want to hear about that.
Yeah, we have a calendar of exciting spring art events in the issue. And most, if not all of them, are things that you can do from the safety of your house. It seems like most arts organizations have kind of hit their stride with virtual content at this point. So the Oregon Shakespeare Festival is streaming online this year. Pdx Jazz Festival, all online, and that's happening right now. All kinds of stuff that you can see from home.
Lots of online entertainment coming up. Shannon, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it as always.